Friday night edition of High School Hoops on Tubetown. Andy Maness and Wes Cisco here with you tonight on the campus of Westside in Jonesboro for what could shape up to be one of the best non-conference matchups that we see all year, Wes. The Westside Warriors tonight playing host to the Osceola Seminoles.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. They played already in Osceola, and the Seminoles come up with a big 3A, 4A District 4 win on their home court.
That's right. The Warriors coming into tonight's game with a record of 11-5 on the season. They are 3-2 in the 4A3 conference, as Wes mentioned, trying to pick up a non-conference win tonight against a very tough Osceola Seminoles team. They come into tonight with a record of 6-5 on the year, but they are 6-0 in the 3A3. So all of their wins have been in conference play, meaning that they have faced some very tough out-of-conference competition. You're looking at the likes of Blytheville, a couple of games with Blytheville. Of course, they had a game with Marion and one with J.A. Fair as well. So certainly playing above their level of competition has so far in the 2016-17 season helped them out in conference play.
Exactly, Andy, and that's what you want to do is schedule some tough non-conference to start the season, because that's going to help you come tournament time, and that's exactly what's going to help Osceola right now, and that's why they're atop their conference standings.
You look at some of the teams also that Osceola has beat on the year outside of, in the conference. They've beaten Rivercrest. Of course, they've got a matchup coming up with them here in a couple of weeks, and that's always a big game. But just at this point in the season, dominating the 3A3, again, switching back over to the Westside Warriors. They're 3-2 in conference play, but you look at the games they've lost. 5 losses on the season. The last 3, and they've lost the last 3 games. So Westside coming into tonight's game on a losing streak. The last 3 games they've lost by a grand total of 8 points. Now, 5 losses on the year. 4 of those losses have come by a total of 3 or less points. So they're losing games, but they're losing games by an extremely small margin.
By extremely small margins, and they're getting better. And if you look at the Westside roster, there is not a senior to be found, and only 4 juniors. Everybody else is sophomores, and they even got a freshman on the team. So Coach Whitmire is trying to get them ready for district tournament play when it comes around to Pocahontas, and go in there. You get around for that and regional, and hopefully a run in Nashville at the state tournament.
And of course, you mentioned the youth of the Westside team. We got a sophomore to tell you all about too a little bit later on here in our pregame show. Right now, we've still got about 10 minutes left before tip-off, so we're going to go ahead and step aside for a quick break for a word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups as well as some more information about tonight's matchup here in the Warrior Dome. The Westside Warriors hosting the Osceola Seminoles on Tubetown.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers, because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit RitterBusiness.com today.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet, and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to RitterCommunications.com.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 50 megabit internet might be like 50 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
guy run in the open field, and nobody's going to catch him. Buda Baker, 70 yards to the house. Bellevue on top first.
Welcome back to the Warrior Dome for Friday Night Hoops. Andy Manus and Wes Cisco here with you tonight, courtside, to bring you this non-conference matchup. The Seminoles, the Warriors. You can see the records on the screen right now. The Warriors 11-5. They're 4-3 in conference play. And then the Seminoles coming in with a record of 6-5. They are 6-0 in conference play. And Wes, we talked about it briefly in our opening segment. These two teams should match up very nicely against each other out on the floor. In fact, they've already played once this year, and it was a three-point game. Osceola getting the better of the Warriors by a final score of 72-69. One of those 3-point losses for the Warriors we mentioned.
Yeah, and that was on a last-second shot at Osceola also. I learned that earlier tonight.
There you see on your screen Westside Warrior head coach Mark Whitmire. And again, he's going to be trying to pull out a non-conference win tonight and move his team to 12-5 on the year. Opposing him for the Seminoles is Coach Frankie Gathan, longtime coach of the Seminoles. Wes, it seems like he's been there forever.
It has, and I was talking to Coach Gathan earlier, right before we went on the air, and he told me this possibly could be his last season at the helm of the Seminoles.
That's right. Before we get started tonight with your starting lineups, we'll tell you a little bit about some of the state tournaments and regional tournament locations going on that will, where they'll be in 2017 here for the basketball season. There you see the starting off with the 1A East. They're going to be playing in Bay.
And these are district tournaments here you see on the screen, Andy.
The 2A2 will be in Cotter, of a region you're familiar with there,
yes,
Wes.
Sir.
3A3, the Osceola Seminoles will host that one. 4A3 is going to go to the Pocahontas Redskins. And then the Valley View Blazers going to get to host a 5A East regional tournament. So.
And the 6A East is a little different. It's going to be, they're going to make a bracket, and whoever is the higher seed in the bracket on that particular game will host throughout the tournament. So like say Jonesboro's boys could be a host and their girls could be, let's say, going to Pine Bluff to play a district tournament game. So that's a little different than norm here in the state of Arkansas.
Yeah, it absolutely is a little bit different as we get a handshake from the good Coach Whitmire.
And so in the regional tournament play, the 1A2 regional is going to be at Calico Rock. The 2A North with all of our Mark Tree BIC, they're going to Carlisle this year for regional tournament. The 3A3 is going to be at Lake City. Riverside's going to host their first regional tournament. And the 4A East is going over to Cave City. The state tournaments, the 1A state tournament, they're going all the way to Mount Ida.
Mount Ida.
And 2A is going to Quitman. 3A just down the road, they're going to Bald Knob. 4A will be in Nashville. 5A at Magnolia. And 6A, the Wolves of Lake Hamilton in their new Lake Hamilton Arena will be hosting the 6A state tournament this year.
Of course, we're going to be keeping track of the standings in all of the conferences as we go on throughout this 2016-2017 season here on Tubetown. So make sure you keep track of us. You can follow us online on Twitter at Tubetown and see what all we post on there. And again, we'll be keeping up with your standings as we go on throughout this 2017 season. Both of the teams getting ready to head to the sidelines as we get ready to announce our starting lineups. Again, before we get to that, just to briefly recap the season that both of these two teams have had so far. Westside 11-5 on the year. All five, the only loss that they've had out of those 5 losses that was a loss of more than 3 points was to Harbor, and so, or Harbor, if you will. So obviously we're a little bit familiar with them and their head coach, as he was a longtime head coach over at Greene County Tech, Coach Boland. So, that's not really a stranger to Northeast Arkansas, but just kind of handed a beat down to the Warriors. But outside of that, again, they lost their last 3 games, but they've only lost them by a total of 8 points. So they're losing close ones. Haven't found a win yet here in 2017, but they're looking to change that tonight against an Osceola team who has played some tough out-of-conference games with the likes of a couple of games against Blytheville, one against Marion. They've also played J.A. Fair, but they faced another handful of good teams in there as well, along with Truman and Westside. Beating Westside earlier in the year, 72-69, so they're going to try to maybe carry some of that momentum over from the last game. As Wes mentioned, that win came from a buzzer-beating shot at the end of the game. Everybody's getting ready to stand for the national anthem, so we will pause to respect our nation, and we'll come back with you with the starting lineups right after this.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers, wowzers. For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
Welcome back on this Friday night to the Warrior Dome. The Westside Warriors playing host to the Osceola Seminoles in a non-conference matchup, and it's homecoming night here at the Warrior Dome, so no doubt that means an extra packed house. It's very rare that you come into the Westside campus and don't see just a ton of people here in the Warrior Dome. Oftentimes it gets a little hot, gets a little sweaty, gets a little hard to breathe, especially when you get to the middle of a highly contested basketball game, which we could have on our hands here tonight.
I think we are going to have one here tonight. I've been looking forward to coming to this game, and like you said, with it, especially with it being homecoming, there's going to be a lot of people in the stands tonight.
That's right. And Osceola has brought their crowd as well, so we are in for quite a good ball game. Both of the teams' starting lineups are getting ready to take the floor, so we'll go ahead and introduce you to them right now. Starting lineup for the visiting Osceola Seminoles underneath head coach Frankie Dathan. Number 12, Jamal James. Number 0, Griffin Dinkins. Number 1, Darrell Brown. Number 11, Jared Scales. And number 50, Stevion Fowler. For the home team, Westside Warriors underneath head coach Mark Whitmire. Number 5, Tanner Roll. Number 10, Avery Phelps. Number 11, Riley Felkins. Number 31, Dylan Schwartz. And number 35, Cullen Felkins. And again, those are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Osceola squad still being introduced here in the Warrior Dome. And again, they brought quite a good crowd here tonight from Osceola from over in Mississippi County.
Yeah,
they had made the trip through the cold weather, Wes.
I have seen lots of good road crowds for Osceola. And just want to point something out. Just found this out, Andy. Jonesboro's Jonathan Adams today was named the 6A Football Player of the Year by the Little Rock Football Club.
That's fantastic news. Congratulations to that young man. And he's also, he's just a heck of an athlete all the way around. If I'm not mistaken, he's also lighting up the scorebooks on the basketball court as well.
And we will see them on Tuesday night. I'll go ahead and get an early plug in. Jonesboro at Blyville, live on Tubetown 21 and NFHSnetwork.com.
Should be a very, very good one. Next Tuesday night right here on Tubetown, and as Wes mentioned, also available on NFHS as the Westside Warriors are making their way onto the basketball court rather. Have gotten a little too used to doing football this season. The crowd comes to their feet here, and you can start to feel the anticipation rising here in the Warrior Dome. And again, if you've never had the pleasure of coming to a basketball game at the Warrior Dome, you're missing out.
Yeah, this is a fantastic atmosphere for high school basketball. It's not the newest, it's not the biggest, but it's just a great atmosphere.
While the Warriors make their way out onto the court, we're going to go ahead and take one last break before tip-off tonight. We're going to buckle our seatbelts, put our tray tables in the upright position, and get ready for this flight, which should be a fun one. So we'll step aside for one more quick word from our sponsors, then we'll be right back after this.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit RitterBusiness.com today.
Andy Maness and Wes Cisco back here with you in the Warrior Dome. Your officials for tonight's basketball game, John Whitaker, Brandon Thies, and James Bickham. All right, both
all three have had state tournament officials. All three are state tournament officials. All three of them have had state finals. So big-time basketball gets big-time officials.
That's right. We're all ready to go here. Fowler and Roll are standing at center circle, ready for the tip. There it is, and Fowler's going to come up with it for the Seminoles. They'll work it to the front court. Again, James and Dinkins. And a quick turnover will give it to the Warriors, not even 8 seconds into the ball game.
Not what Coach Gaffin wants on this first possession.
Full court press coming from the Seminoles early here. As Felkins takes it across the timeline. Double teamed at the timeline, trapped a steal from the Seminoles, and an easy lay-in off the backboard for Darryl Brown for the first points of tonight's game. So a quick turnover from both teams results in 2 points, and a quick shot on the other end from Schwartz will be off the mark. Here come the Seminoles. Dinkins with it, feeds it down on the baseline to Fowler. Now back out to Dinkins, left elbow. And now a shot at the rim, good for Brown. James with a nice feed down on the baseline.
Nice feed, and Brown, way to go to post up and get that basketball right there.
His second bucket of the night, all 4 points belong to him. Here with a minute gone by in the opening quarter. Phelps with it on the left elbow, trying to work against Scales. Now he'll give it to the right elbow to Roll. 3-point shot on the way, and it'll hit it nothing but net. Cullen Felkins opening things up tonight for the Warriors, and now it's a 1-point ball game.
And that was about 2 feet behind the three-point arc there. That was a college three-pointer there, Andy.
And he was confident when he let it go. Of course, we were here a while back as Osceola launches a three-pointer. Rebound goes to the Seminoles, put back good from Jamal James. Go back to that game with the Warriors and the Harrisburg Hornets a few years ago. The Warriors hit 18 three-pointers when Tubetown was in the house. If we could get another game like that here tonight, that would be fantastic, as the foul is called on the Seminoles. Jared Scales picking up his first of the night with 6:22 to go here in the first.
Scales comes out, Stevenson comes in.
Roll will feed it into the backcourt for Felkins. Cullen Felkins will hand it off behind the timeline, and it'll be Phelps who pushes it over in the corner. 3-point shot from Roll off the mark. Seminoles come up with a rebound. They're going to push it into the front court quickly. Little drive in the lane now. Dish on the right elbow shot, no good. Rebound goes to the Seminoles. Tried to dish it off in the corner, and they lost it. Stevenson was over in the corner for the Seminoles and couldn't handle the pass, and it'll go back to the Warriors. About 3 minutes gone by here in the opening quarter, and it's a 3-point ball game. Seminoles leading 6-3 as Phelps is working against Dinkins here. Phelps now to the left elbow, Roll with a pump fake. Thought about that three, but he pulls it down. Now an open three-pointer on the way from Cullen Felkins, and he's off the mark.
That's a little bit further than where he shot the first one.
1 for 3 from behind the three-point line on all 3 shots tonight. Nice feed on the baseline to the left side of the paint for Dinkins, and Dinkins laid that one in easily, and Coach Whitmire has seen enough here with 5:28 to go in the first quarter. 8-3 is your score. The Seminoles lead the Warriors here on Tubetown.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit.
West Cisco back here with you at the Warrior Dome. Coach Whitmire had to call a timeout here early in the first quarter. His team trailing 8-3. And West so far 3 shots put up by the Warriors, all 3 of them behind the three-point line. Only one of them is down the bottom of the net.
First one they put up, and then they keep on trying some more, and they're not doing as well.
Riley leads it with Cullen Felkins now to the left elbow for Feltz. And now it's Riley Felkins, top of the key. Jab step there from Roll. Looks like he thought about the 3. A little head fake there from Feltz as he tried to back it out. And a foul is going to be called on Osceola. It's going to go against number 4, Michael Carruthers. His first of the night as he comes in off of the bench.
Yeah, they had 5 subs come in at that timeout.
Bounce pass down low on the baseline. Spin move. Shot will not fall for Schwartz, but looks like he'll be heading to the free throw line, Wes. Dylan Schwartz with his opportunity to narrow the margin here. Foul's going to go against number 33, Noah Smith, picking up his first of the night. 3rd team foul on the Seminoles as Schwartz will sink his first free throw of the night. First one for the Warriors. First free throw we've had actually all night here in the opening 3 minutes. Second one will fall as well, and now it's back to a 3-point ball game. 8-5 is your score.
They're probably just as good as the first 5, but I don't understand when you're having so much success, why do a 5 in, 5 out?
Oh! 3-point shot from Makai Carruthers, and Carruthers will extend that margin back up to 6 points.
This man-to-man or matchup zone that Osceola's playing has got Westside all frustrated.
A little drive to the basket and a little underhanded shot there from Avery Feltz. And we've got a Seminole who is down on the floor. And he is receiving some attention from his coaching staff and his teammates right now as we take a look at that replay. And a nice drive here by Feltz.
Oh, he just slid right there.
His ankle there.
He just slid and rolled his ankle. Nobody touched him nowhere. He just slid and rolled that ankle.
Yeah, he'll be okay, but it will not feel the best for a little bit.
Yeah.
We've all had a high ankle sprain, and those are no fun.
And that was Makai Carruthers, the one who just hit that big 3 for Osceola.
You know, that definitely hurts the Seminoles just a little bit as they get all that momentum from that nice-looking 3-point shot, and as you mentioned, from Carruthers, and now he'll have a seat on the bench. Hope to see him back in the game tonight. Coming into the game for him is Vandy James, number 24 for the Seminoles. And they'll bring it up the floor now. They have the lead 11-7, 4:20 left to play here in the opening quarter. Another deep 3-point shot by the Seminoles, and it's off the mark, just short on the front iron. Here comes Avery Feltz with a rebound. Driving into traffic through 2 defenders, he'll put it up and in. He'll go to the line for an and-one opportunity. A chance to make this a 1-point ball game.
That's just a nice drive there.
You see him right there split the defenders inside the free throw line and draws the contact. Foul will go against Vandy James, who again just entered the game for Makai Carruthers, his first personal foul. 4 team fouls on the Seminoles here in the opening quarter. 4:10 left to play.
That was a nice 3-point old-fashioned by Feltz.
And
here he goes again.
Coming away with the steal.
Another foul and one.
Another foul and one, as Wes said. Fouled from behind. It looked like that time it might have been Michael Carruthers who got him. But we'll take another look at the replay. Feltz coming up with the steal, an easy break to the bucket here. And then just fouled from behind. Griffin Dinkins actually picking up that foul. That's Dinkins first. And with that, the Warriors take their first lead of the night, and they will extend that lead up to 2 now. Little crossover there, now drive, now dish out behind the 3-point line for Dinkins. Shot no good, and the rebound will go to the Warriors. Here comes Feltz. Feltz, another drive to the bucket. He is on fire.
Maybe that's why when they introduced him, they called him the playmaker. For the sophomore, is just tearing it up with 9 points already.
Seminoles will drive, and a blocking foul will be called on Cullen Felkins. Felkins picking up his first. That's the first team foul on the Warriors here in the first quarter with 3:27 left to play. Take another look on the replay there. Just bumped right into the body of the man, and I got to tell you, Wes, looking at the replay, it looked a little bit like Felkins had the spot. But we're going to take a timeout alongside with them here on the floor. 3:27 left to play in the first quarter. 15-11 is your score. West Cisco back here with you. 15-11 is your score. Quite a turn of events here from the beginning of the game. 3:27 left to play in the first. Osceola opened it up strong, leading 11-5, but now it's been turned around. It's 15-11, a 10-point scoring run here for the Warriors, and now they come up with a turnover on the Seminoles end of the court. Here they come into their end of the court. Driving into the lane, dish out, now the top of the key for Cullen Felkins. Got away with a travel there. The ball don't lie. They turn it over. Here comes Noah Smith into the front court for Dinkins, and Dinkins will hit the finger roll in front of the hoop. And now the margin is down to 2 for the Seminoles. 15-13, under 3 left to play in the first.
Yeah, you were right. Felkins did get away with the travel, but it didn't matter because Seminoles stole the ball away anyways.
Schwartz over to Feltz. Feltz thought about the three. He'll leave it for Tanner Roll. Roll now inside to Cullen Felkins. Roll gets it. Back to Cullen Felkins. Felkins for three. Off the mark. Looked good from here, but a bit flat. Dinkins across the timeline behind his back. Leaves it on the elbow. A drive, an errant shot. Miss everything, but somehow they'll get that to fall. And I didn't quite see who tossed that in.
Fowler with the putback.
So Fowler with the putback, his first 2 points of the night, and he'll tie it up. Had 2 lead changes, and now our first tie ball game of the night. Foul's going to be called against Darryl Brown. It's the 6th team foul on the Seminoles here in the first quarter. So that's going to put Westside at the line if Seminoles are not careful here. Throw it in the backcourt. Riley Felkins will bring it across the timeline. Trying to cross over Dinkins, can't find any room. Managed to find a little bit from the left side of the lane. Puts up a right-handed shot, no good. Rebound goes to the Warriors. Shot from Roll, no good. And now the rebound goes to the Seminoles. Here comes Makai Carruthers, who's back into the game.
Felkins did not have a good shot selection on that first one.
Dinkins tried to feed that into Stevion Fowler, but it was last touched by one of the Warriors, so it'll stay underneath the Seminole goal. And Coach Whitmire pleading his case to James Bickham, and Bickham not having any of it. Smith inbounds it out high to Carruthers. Now Carruthers near center circle over to Makai Carruthers. Carruthers with a nice feed on the baseline, and Noah Smith will hit that for his first 2 points of the game, and now Osceola owns the lead by 2. Three-pointer on the way from the Warriors, no good. Offensive rebound from Tanner Roll, that was impressive. Little trade-off there and a drive to the basket from the left side for Riley Felkins. Felkins will go to the free throw line, and the foul was going to go against Makai Carruthers. Carruthers' first foul of the night, 17th foul on the on the Seminoles rather, so that'll put the Warriors at the free throw line.
From here on out.
Riley Felkins off the mark on his first free throw attempt. Rockers checking into the game as Felkins will hit his second free throw. Goes 1 for 2 on that trip. A 1-point deficit for the Warriors. 17-16. Osceola leads with 1:10 to play here in the first quarter. We'll see if they opt to hold on to the basketball for the final possession here. If they'll put up a shot. Behind the three-point line, it's Michael Carruthers. Michael directing traffic. Now he leaves it over in the corner with Brown. Brown drives baseline and goes up high to put a shot up off the glass. Good. Brown with 6 points here in the opening quarter extends the Seminole lead by 3 now.
Nice possession there by the Seminoles. Took their time.
Roll thought about the three, gives it to Phelps. A little bit of trading. Phelps gets it back. 34 seconds left to play. We'll see if Westside holds it for the final shot. They might try to tie it up here as they head into the second quarter. Dish over to Roll. Now Roll back to Phelps from the right elbow. Working against Darryl Brown. Phelps picks up his dribble with 17 seconds left. Feeds it inside. Now they work it back out. And a double dribble that time called on Dylan Schwartz. Schwartz put it on the floor and then palmed it, put it on the floor again.
And he knew exactly when he did it too.
Everybody behind us from Osceola did too, and they let the referee know. 13 seconds left for the Seminoles. 3-point lead for Osceola. We'll see if they can add on to it here. 7 seconds left. Now for Jonathan Stevenson working to the right. He's going to hand it off to Darryl Brown. No, he keeps it himself. Feeds it into Carruthers. Carruthers at the buzzer. Will they count it?
Yes.
Bickham's looking for confirmation.
Yes, they did.
They're going to say they count it.
DC counted it.
So right there at the buzzer, Carruthers will dump one in for a 21-16 lead for the Seminoles over the Warriors. We're headed to the second quarter. We'll be back with more Friday Night Hoops right after these words from our sponsors.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Warrior Dome. Andy Maness and Wes Cisco here with you on the campus of Westside in Jonesboro. 21-16 is your score, and we have had quite a game so far throughout the first quarter. The Seminoles leading the Westside Warriors. A bit of a back-and-forth game in that first quarter, Wes. Osceola opened with the lead, surrendered it briefly to Westside, and here they are to start the second up by 5.
Well, it came to the Avery Phelps show, and then all of a sudden they started getting on him, and then whenever they started defending him a little better, they got the lead back.
Westside starting this quarter with possession. They're trying to work for a three-point shot. Here's Felkins taking one. It's off the mark. Offensive rebound. Putback will fall. And trying to see who that was. That was Jordan Rockers dishing it in. Nice offensive board, and he's able to get the putback as well to try to narrow the deficit here. Feed inside to Fowler, and it looked like Fowler got hacked on his way up. So Sevion Fowler fouled by Tanner Roll. That's his, Rowell. That's his first of the night, and that's only the second team foul on Westside here in the opening half. First one for Fowler will fall. He's got 3 points so far in tonight's ball game. Extends the lead for the Seminoles back out to 3. They've led by as many as 6 here in tonight's ball game. By as many as 5, I apologize. Fowler on his way for the second, and it will not fall. He goes 1 for 2. That's the first time Osceola's been at the free throw line tonight. 22-18 quickly into the front court are the Warriors. Quickly a feed inside and a big block by Stevion Fowler. He got a mid on that ball. The Warriors maintain possession of it, however. Baseline drive from Felkins, and he somehow got that over Fowler. He said, got me once, but not the second time.
Well, he got in there, and Fowler did not get the jump up until it was too late.
On the other end, Carruthers is fouled hard as he drives to the basket. He'll go to the free throw line, and Rockers, as Wes just said, picks up his first of the night. Now the third team foul here on Westside.
Well, he got him with the off arm. The one arm looked like it was a clean block. but he got him with the left arm on the back.
First time at the line for Michael Carruthers. He's now got 1 point. Second one on the way. He's got both of them. Actually, I beg your pardon. He's now got 4 points in tonight's ball game. Makes it a 24-20 lead for the Seminoles. Quickly into the front court comes Riley Felkins. He somehow managed to get through the defender there with some nifty dribbling. Now double teamed on the other side is Rowell. He gets it over to Felkins. Half-court press is working wonderfully here for the Seminoles. Felkins underneath the basket somehow works the pump fake and puts it in.
Nice job there by Felkins, though. Never got flustered.
Well, the Warriors were letting that ball roll around like it had butter all over it. Somehow find it underneath the basket and put it up for two, but they give up another two-pointer on the other end to Darryl Brown. He's got 8 points in tonight's ball game, puts the lead back up to 4 for the Seminoles. Back and forth action here in the second quarter, and a little hip check foul is going to be called on Griffin Dinkins. And he get a little too close in there, guarding the offender there.
Yeah, it looked like he did. He had his off arm on him.
Schwartz
That's going to be his
check
second
back
foul.
in.
I'm sorry.
Well, as you mentioned, Dinkins does pick up his second. Schwartz checking back into the game. So it's Rockers, Felkins. Schwartz is out there alongside with Rowell and Feltz. For the Seminoles, it's Darryl Brown, Jonathan Stevenson, Stevion Fowler, Michael Carruthers. And after a missed free throw, Seminoles come up with it, try to get a fancy assist off on the other end, and the Warriors are going to come up with it trailing by 3 here. They give it right back to the Seminoles. One-on-one on the other end. Straight to the rim is Darryl Brown, and he missed it. Gets his own rebound. Missed that one too. Schwartz comes up with it. Quickly on the other end, one-on-one, one-on-two now, and a big-time block that goes out of bounds. Darryl Brown got up to swat that one away. Take a look at this replay. Both teams kind of going at it recklessly now, and there you see the shot up by Felkins. That was a double block. It looked like Fowler and Brown got a hand on that one. Wild shot. Warriors come up with it. Three-pointer on the way, short. Another rebound for the Warriors. No. It'll go out of bounds.
It went off. He's saying it went off of Stevenson of Osceola, so it's going to be Westside basketball.
So the Warriors maintain possession underneath their goal. They feed it in behind the three-point line.
And he stepped on the line there.
Immediately.
No, there was a foul. I'm sorry. Illegal pick there on Rockers.
So Jordan Rockers picking up his second personal foul of the night. That's the 4th team foul on the Warriors here in the first half. 5:25 left to play here in the second quarter. A steal for Roll, and he's going to call a timeout.
5:22 timeout
left to play here in the second quarter. We'll keep it right here. 26-23 West. Both of these two teams, the last several possessions in a row, they're not taking their time to set up offense. It's fast break, fast break, fast break.
It's fast break all you want to go. It's going to be who has legs come the fourth quarter, Andy. And in a three-point ball game, it's also going to come down to free throws.
Just a lot of letting the ball roll around on the floor the last few possessions for both teams. Not setting up their offense at all, just trying to take advantage of having numbers on the other end of the court. And so far, hasn't worked out for either squad. We're staying right here at a pretty even deficit, or an even margin between the two teams. Right now sitting at 3 points. It's fluctuated between 3 and 5 since the beginning of this second quarter. 26-23 Seminoles lead Warriors basketball as they bring it across the timeline. Feltz trying to work off a pick from Schwartz. Schwartz trying to set up one on Brown here as they work to the left. Offense goes in motion here. Felkins on the left elbow. Looking for Feltz, trying to get loose on a pick here. And a reach in for, beg your pardon, a double dribble going to be called on Cullen Felkins.
So, yeah, when he got the ball, he took one dribble, picked it up, got in trouble, and tried to dribble again.
He was very upset with himself, as you saw there. 4:50 left to play here in the first half as the Seminoles bring it across the timeline. Stevenson now on the left elbow. They'll work it around to the left, now to the right. Top of the key for Michael Carruthers. Let's go, a three-point shot, and they left him wide open. He said, all right, if you'll give me the space, I'll drop it in.
Yeah, like you said, he was wide open top of the key there.
Now the lead up to 6, their biggest lead of the night. 29-23, inside 4:30 to play in the opening half. Turnaround pop shot from Rowell, and Rowell will drop that one in.
His first field goal tonight.
And for a senior, I think Coach Whitmire would like to see him have a few more points here in the stat book. 29-25, 4:05 to play here in the opening half. Trying to feed it into Fowler. Fowler couldn't get a fingertip on it. Some good defense played on the inside, and I'm not sure if that was Rowell, or if that was Schwartz in there. But either way, they knock it out of bounds, and the Seminoles will have to take it out here in front of the Warrior bench. Michael Carruthers, I beg your pardon, Wes.
I was going to say, Westside's packing into a zone right now. They're going to try to make the Seminoles beat them from outside the arc.
Yeah, as you just pointed out, they tried to feed it inside, and the Warriors come up with a steal. 2-on-2. Felkins with a nice little Euro step into the lane, but he can't hit the high shot off the glass, and rebound goes to the Seminoles, and a foul is going to be called on the Westside Warriors, and that's going to go against Dylan Schwartz, his first of the night, and now that's the 15th foul on the Warriors. They're starting to catch up with the Seminoles. The Seminoles only one team foul here in the second quarter. They had 7 in the first.
Yeah, and Coach Gath probably told them, boys, you're going to have to settle down just a little bit and play some basketball.
Dinkins behind the three-point line over to Michael Carruthers. He's going to feed it inside to Fowler, and Fowler with a right-handed shot off the glass is good. He's now got 5 points in tonight's ball game and makes it 31-25. Back to a 6-point lead for the Seminoles. Riley Felkins with it on the elbow, now up top for Avery Phelps, the playmaker.
Phelps is going to have to start doing that some more. If they can screen on him and get him open.
Felkins now guarded closely by Michael Carruthers. He makes him give it up. He gives it to Riley Felkins rather, and shot from the three-point line in the corner, no good. Offensive rebound and a blocked shot by Michael Carruthers on the putback. Here come the Seminoles. Carruthers with the floater in the lane, no good, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. And it's Rowell who comes up with it. He feeds it ahead to Phelps. Phelps into the lane, will hit it with his left hand, and Phelps just makes that drive to the basket look so easy. Now 12 points in tonight's ball game.
And that's what they need more of him. They need to screen and let him penetrate their dribble drive, and then he can get open and get some more points in. Oh, big three-point try there by Dinkins, no good, but he was on the D at Westside.
He was at least a couple of feet behind that three-point line. On the other end, the Warriors pass is tipped. They get it into the corner. Phelps in the corner is trapped by a double team. He lost the ball, and the referee's going to say that the Warriors are going to maintain possession. Happened right in front of the referee. Some of the fans here behind us insist otherwise, but the referee's going to keep it in the hands of the Warriors with 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter. 31-27. Looking to inbound it. They get it out here. It's high behind the right elbow. Now Felkins with it. Works his way from the wing to the elbow, now to the top of the key, working on Dinkins. Crosses him over, spins in the lane. Pivots, puts up a shot, no good, and it's going to be Michael Carruthers coming down with the rebound, and that's going to go, the foul is going to go against Dylan Schwartz. Get him with a push from behind for his second personal foul of the night. Now 16 fouls here on Westside with a $1:45 left to play here in this second quarter. So one more foul will put the Seminoles at the charity stripe.
Not a good push foul there at all by Schwartz.
No, Carruthers obviously had the position on him.
Yeah, no sense in that, especially when you're behind. Oh, big three-pointer there.
Michael Carruthers hits his second three-pointer here in this second quarter. He's now got, I believe, 10 points in tonight's ball game. He hits double digits with 1:15 left to play in the half. Felkins lost his dribble, goes down to one knee, has it stolen away. Great steal by Vandy James. Here comes the Seminoles. And losing it in the lane was Jonathan Stevenson. Going back the other way, Felkins drives into the lane and will hit the underhanded shot. Riley Felkins now with 5 points here in the second quarter, 6 for the game. On the other end, the Warriors come up with the steal, trying to narrow the deficit here before the end of the second quarter. 3-point shot from Felkins off the mark, and they'll have to wait another second to do it. 34-29.
And that's
another steal.
That's twice that Phelps has pickpocketed the Seminoles.
Rockers tries to hit the layup, misses it. Rebound tipped backwards. Nobody there to get it for the Seminoles. The Warriors pick it up, feed it inside, and now we'll get to calm things down for a minute as Cullen Felkins will go to the charity stripe. That's the second time tonight, Wes, we've seen these two teams kind of lose their composure collectively and just throw it all over the place. There you see Phelps dish it into Felkins, and he'll get fouled right here, I believe, by Jonathan Stevenson, picking up his first. And Cullen Felkins misses his first free throw of the night. But again, Wes, both of these teams here at the end of the first half just not really taking their time to set up a good shot.
No, neither one of them are. As Felkins goes 1 for 2.
And with 27 seconds left, the Seminoles have the option of taking the last shot in the second quarter. Up by 4, they got a chance to increase their lead and head into the locker room feeling pretty good about the way this first half has gone for them. 13 seconds left. Here comes this Westside Warrior crowd. They're getting into it now, under 10. 7 seconds left. From behind the three-point line, Jonathan Stevenson, now they put it inside the paint. Shot no good. 1 second left, and they can't get that shot off before the buzzer. And they will head to the locker room after 2 quarters. 34-30, the Seminoles leading the Warriors in this non-conference matchup. Folks, don't touch that dial. This has been a great ball game, and surely more good basketball is left to come. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll feature some halftime stats right here on Tubetown.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 50 megabit internet might be like 50 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Guy run in the open field, and nobody's going to catch him. Buda Baker, 70 yards to the house. Bellevue on top first.
Welcome you back to the Warrior Dome on this Friday night here on the campus of Westside High School. Andy Manus and Wes Cisco underneath the headset, and glad you're joining us. Halftime, Osceola leading the Westside Warriors 34-30 after 2 quarters. And Wes, it's been a back and forth ball game, but right now the Seminoles, I don't think they ever really let it get out of their control. Westside briefly took a 2-point lead, and then that was turned around, and Osceola just turned around and ran it back on them, and led by as many as 6 there in the second quarter.
Yeah, and exactly. It's been the pace has been controlled by the Seminoles. And you can tell that. I mean, Westside likes to play the up and down, but the pace has been the Seminoles' pace, as you can tell. The Warriors have to get Avery Phelps back into a dribble drive situation. That is when they took the lead and had their most success, and that's what the Warriors will end up having to do in the second quarter if they want to win this ball game.
We'll take a look at some of your stats here from the first half. There you see 11 for 16 from the floor for the Osceola Seminoles, 10 for 20 from the Westside Warriors. So both teams shooting a pretty good percentage from the floor. But there you see the difference between the two as you look at the three-point percentage. 3 for 8 for the Seminoles. Meanwhile, 8 shot attempts from behind the three-point line for the Warriors. They've only hit 1 of them, and that was the first points of their night.
Yeah, they've got, and that's why I said the success is going to be in the paint. They're getting Osceola to foul them inside the paint, and they're hitting their free throws. You see 7 out of 10 makes for the Warriors, and that's where they're going to be successful, not behind the three-point arc.
Well, as you said, they're getting to the free throw line 10 times. They got to the free throw line in that first half, hit 7 of those free throws. Osceola only getting to the charity stripe 4 times and hitting 3 of those shots. Pretty evenly as far as the turnover battle goes. Obviously, Westside is -2 in that category right now. But you go back to the end of that second quarter, twice in that second quarter, Wes, as we get ready to wrap up our halftime show, both of the teams really kind of went at a fast pace and didn't really take time to set up their shots. What do you think the coaches have to say to them, to their teams in the locker room?
I think that's what Coach Gaithan is wanting out there, is something like that, because that's where they're having success. Coach Whitmire, on the other hand, he wants them to settle down and take some good shots. He likes to, if you've got it, go, but if you don't got it, set up your offense, and they've got to keep moving, do some movements and some screens on the offensive side, Andy.
We've got about a minute left before we get started here in the third quarter. 34-30 is your score. We'll take a quick breather and come back to the start of the third right after this on Tubetown.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
To the Warrior Dome, Andy Maness and Wes Cisco here with you tonight. Thank you for joining us on this frigid Friday evening. It might be cold outside, but there is nothing cold about the Warrior Dome tonight. It's homecoming night. The Warrior Dome, as usual, is packed and then some, because the homecoming crowd is kind of got the stands a little more full than they even normally would be. But it's been a great first half of basketball, and we're certainly in store for another good half between these two squads. 34-30 your score. We had 3 lead changes there in that first half. Again, Osceola had the lead 8-3 in that first quarter. Westside would come back and briefly take a 12-11 lead, and then it would be all Osceola after that. They regained the lead and never relinquished it there in that first half. We're going to see if they can duplicate that effort here in the second half as we get set to start. The Seminoles will begin the third quarter with possession. Taking it out is going to be Jonathan Stevenson. He'll give it to Michael Carruthers, and he gives it right back. Stevion Fowler out there on the floor along with Noah Smith and Darrell Brown for Osceola. Feed it into Smith. Smith from the free throw line, off the mark, offensive rebound, put back, will not fall. Darrell Brown went way up to get that rebound and couldn't capitalize on the offensive board. Going the other way now for the Warriors. Felkins lost it behind his back, and the Seminoles come up with it. 3-on-3 into the front court. Nice dish off down low for Noah Smith, and Smith, I think, took a little hop, and they're going to get him for traveling underneath the basket there. Out on the floor for the Warriors is Feltz, Riley Felkins, Cullen Felkins, along with Tanner Rowell and Dylan Schwartz. Almost a minute gone by here as Cullen Felkins puts a spin move on the defender. Now he kicks it back out behind the three-point line for his brother Riley, and Riley will hit the layup with his right hand, and the Warriors will narrow the margin here to start the third quarter. First 2 points belong to them, 34-32. Driving into the lane for the Seminoles is Jonathan Stevenson, and Stevenson's going to be fouled on his way in. Shot will be on the floor, but the foul will go against Avery Feltz, his first of the night. Now that's the first team foul here for the Warriors in the second half. Shot from Fowler from the free throw line is off the mark. Warriors come up with a rebound. Here comes Felkins with it. And he lost it out of bounds, and the referee is going to say it was poked out by one of the Seminoles. So here comes Rowell to take it out. So far, with just under a minute gone by, it's been a lot calmer than the end of that second quarter was. Three-point shot on the way from the corner, rolls in and out, battling for the rebound. two Seminoles and Dylan Schwartz. And
that's going to be Stevenson's second foul for the Seminoles.
First team foul for the Seminoles here in the third quarter. Foul goes on the floor, so it'll be Westside ball underneath their basket. Inbound pass goes to the corner, now to the elbow, now up top for Roll, who thought about that three-point shot. Oh, and a shot is blocked by Felkins. Excuse me, Felkins' shot is blocked, rather. Goes out of bounds, and the Warriors will maintain possession, trailing by just 2 points here with about a minute and a half gone by here in the third quarter. Inside feed to Avery Feltz. Feltz double team, shot blocked off the glass by Fowler. Seminoles come up with it.
And that was a good look. That was a good look there. It's just the Seminoles recovered on defense.
Driving from the corner is Carruthers, and Carruthers can't hit. Feltz comes down with a rebound. Here comes Riley Felkins. Felkins from the right side of the lane against the defender. Made the contact, no whistle. And a jump ball called as Carruthers got tied up with a couple of Westside Warriors. And the possession arrow will give it to the Warriors.
Good job of getting in there and getting the piece of the ball there by the Warriors to get the held ball called.
Three-point shot from the corner, nothing but net. Cullen Felkins just dropped that one in from the corner.
And that's his second three-pointer tonight, 3 for 6 for Felkins.
Right, he opened up the ball game for the Warriors tonight with their first bucket from behind the three-point line. Hits a shot for them here in the opening minutes of the third quarter to give them once again their second lead of the night, 35-34. Carruthers from the elbow will drive off of a pick from Smith. Trying to fight Smith on the pick and roll, but it was well defended by the Warriors. They come up with a loose ball, and Feltz crosses the timeline and runs into Darryl Brown, and Brown's going to pick up his second personal foul of the night, and that'll be number 2 on the Seminoles here in the second half.
And right back where the Seminoles started from, we're getting in foul trouble early.
Felkins will take it out as a couple of the players mop up some of the perspiration that's out on the floor. James Bickham out at center circle supervising. All right, I think we're good to go. Hopefully no slippage out there at midcourt. Riley Felkins gets set to take it out. Dinkins guarding him. He lobs it into Feltz. Now Avery Feltz will work against Darryl Brown. Brown is going to pick up his third personal foul. That's 2 pretty quick ones for Brown here in the third quarter. And
not smart basketball there by Brown that time. He let Feltz go right in front of him and then tried to get the ball whenever the ball came into Feltz, and he was right on top of him.
There's a block by Stevion Fowler. Might be his second or third of the game. Three-point shot from Cullen Felkins on the way. Rebound is going to go the other way with Stevenson for the Seminoles. He's at the top of the key. See what they do on offense. Nice little drive and dish down low, and Stevion Fowler can't finish it underneath the rim. Trying to regain the lead, and now it's going the other way with the Warriors. Baseline shot blocked, and they're going to say it was last touched by the Seminoles on the block. Felkins trying to take that one coast to coast and had it swatted out of bounds.
That last possession by Osceola, Stevenson did not have a smart basketball move on that one.
Three-point shot from the corner pocket off the mark. Here come the Seminoles trying to take the lead, and a very smart foul that time by Cullen Felkins, as it looked like Darryl Brown had a wide open look at the basket. Take another look at, well, I was going to say take another look at our replay there. And we're having a little bit of difficulty with that there. Brown at the free throw line will miss his first attempt at the free throw line tonight. He'll stick with 8 points. Second one on the way, and he'll hit that one. Now he's got 9 in tonight's ball game. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor.
Osceola's going to call
and it'll be 30-second timeout for Osceola. 35-35 is your score. We have had 2 lead changes. Excuse me, we've had 4 lead changes rather It's our second tie ball game of the night other than 0-0 to start the game. Been back and forth, and it's been great so far.
Yeah, it has been a wonderful ball game so far. And folks, you want to see another wonderful ball game Tuesday night here on Two-Town. We'll have the Jonesboro Golden Hurricanes traveling to Blytheville to take on the Chickasaws. And then a week from tonight, the Earl Bulldogs go to Monette, and we'll have that against the BIC Mustangs.
4:43 left to play here in the third quarter. All tied up at 35. Warriors will come out of that timeout with possession of the basketball. We'll see if they can't take another lead here in the third quarter. Phelps is going to be guarded in the backcourt by Dinkins, and Dinkins will now pick him up again as soon as he crosses half court. Phelps working to his right. He's going to leave it over there with Cullen. Cullen over to Riley. Now he works back to his right. Riley Felkins working against Jonathan Stevenson. He's going to drive against him now. Puts up a wild shot. No good. Rebound tipped out to Cullen Felkins. And the Warriors maintain possession on the offensive rebound.
Jonathan Felkins is just having a rough night as far as field goals go. 3 out of 10.
Riley Felkins from behind the right elbow tries to cross over. Stevenson lost his dribble, and the Seminoles come up with it. And Carruthers was getting ready to take that one coast to coast. He had numbers on the other end too. It would have been 2-on-1, but a very, very smart foul there by Avery. Phelps slaps him on the elbow as he goes by him. And he will be charged for his second foul of the night. Both teams with 3 team fouls here in the third quarter. 3:55 left to play here in this third. Still tied up at 35. Dinkins standing at center circle, now working to his left. He'll leave it in the corner for Carruthers. Now inside to Smith. Now outside to Stevenson. Stevenson back to Smith. He misses the right-handed hook shots. Sevion Fowler there with the offensive board. Put back no good, and that ball will go out of bounds. It'll go to the Warriors. I would imagine that at this point, getting first touch after a missed shot has got to belong to the Seminoles, but they're not coming up with all these rebounds. A lot of times they're being tipped out straight to the hands of the Warriors.
And it's a nice hand movement there by the Warriors to get that.
3:17 left to play here in the third quarter. Roll from the top of the key will leave it on the right elbow for Riley Felkins. Cullen Felkins at the top of the key. Now under 3 minutes left to play. And Westside showing a lot more patience here than they did in that second quarter, setting up their shots. Yep. Oh my goodness.
That's a great call. That is a great call. If we can see that on the replay, he got him with his body and his lower hand. You look right there on the
hip.
lower hand.
You saw it on the hip.
That was a great call there by the official.
And I'm glad Wes used to be a referee because I would have been livid after that. That was all ball on the block, but Wes is right. That left hand was situated right on the hip of Riley Felkins as Felkins hits his first. And I believe that foul was called on Jonathan Stevenson, who will pick up his third of the night. Now 14 fouls for the Seminoles as Felkins will hit his second free throw. He is now 3 for 5 from the charity stripe. Our 5th lead change of the game as the Warriors take the lead once again. Now their largest lead of the night here with 37-35. Seminoles almost turn it over. Carruthers trying to track it down, but the Warriors battling for it. They come up with it. Felkins into the front court, straight to the rim. No good. Rebound by Schwartz. And a foul called on Noah Smith. And Smith, now Wes Smith never left the floor on that one.
I could not see that because Coach Whitmire was in my way there. But they called it on 33 Smith.
And now referee Bickham is trying to give Griffin Dinkins a little bit of a explanation there. Going to try to check out a replay here. We're still having a little bit of technical difficulties there as Schwartz will miss his first free throw attempt. Second one will fall. So Dinkins gets the inbound. 3-point lead here for the Warriors. Quite a swing here for the Warriors in the third quarter.
And what have they been doing? Attacking the basket.
Getting to the free throw line. As you said during the halftime break, three-pointer on the way from Michael Carruthers, and it's off the mark. Cullen Felkins rather, comes up with it. He'll give it over to Riley here on the near sideline. Weaving through traffic at the free throw line, leaves it for Felts. Felts behind his back, double team. Wide open shot from the corner, nothing but net. Three-point shot for Cullen Felkins. That is his third three-pointer of the night.
Nice ball movement by Felts that time.
Three-point shot on the other end for the Seminoles by Jamal James, and it'll go out of bounds. 41-35 the score now with $1:34 left to play in the third quarter. Quite the turn of events here to start the second half. The Warriors coming out of the locker room hot. They trailed by 4, and now they are up by 6. Little head fake by Felt at the top of the key. One-handed pass for Rowell over here, and now they work it around to Schwartz. Schwartz finds Felkins. Now he wants to give it back to Felts. Felts with a head fake again, lobs it over the defender for Schwartz, and Schwartz with what might be his easiest basket of the night.
Yeah, that was just ball movement there, and they're coming way out to guard Felts, and Felts has just flopped it all over. That was a great pass by Avery Felts.
Great pass from Smith to get it out to Dinkins. Dinkins will drive inside, and Michael Carruthers will finish it up for him. He's now got 12 points in the game. Makes the deficit back down to 6, 43-37. With 30 seconds left in the quarter, Westside may opt to hang on to it for the final shot. Felkins on the far sideline. Gives it to Riley Felkins, who's picked up by Jamal James. Only 3 points in the third quarter for the Seminoles. Three-point shot from Cullen Felkins is off the mark. With 10 seconds left, the Seminoles have got one last shot at it.
Not a good shot there again.
Michael Carruthers spins in the lane, puts up a shot, no whistle blown at the end of the quarter, and that will do it. 43-39 is how we'll end the third quarter. Michael Carruthers with the spin move. He's got 14 points as the two teams head to the fourth. 43-39, the Warriors on top headed to the fourth quarter.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Andy Maness and Wes Cisco back here with you at the Warrior Dome. How about Westside coming out of the locker room scorching hot? They take over the lead to start the fourth quarter. They now lead 43-39. They trailed at halftime, 34-30, and now here they find themselves on top by 4. So quite a little swing there in the third quarter, and of course, the Seminoles will start the fourth quarter with possession of the basketball to try to whittle down this margin just a little bit. They led the majority of this game, but surrendered that lead to the Warriors in the third, and they haven't got it back since. Michael Carruthers with a little bit of a touch pass there. Gets it back, and Fowler will put it up and in, and he'll go to the free throw line. Take another look at the replay there. 7 points for Fowler. The foul will go against Dylan Schwartz, which will be his third, and that's the fourth team foul on the Warriors here in the second half. Osceola has 5 team fouls. Fowler winding up for his and one shot. Too strong off the back of the iron, and the Warriors will come down with the rebound. Fowler 1 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Seminoles come up with a turnover here at midcourt. Here comes Darrell Brown, and Brown will take that one right into the lane and finish with a finger roll.
Parted the Red Sea on that time, because that's all Westside did was just kind of go all around him.
Made it look good. A little backcourt trap here from Felkins, and Felkins is going to get a timeout. And that is great defense by the Seminoles. 7:23 left to play here in the fourth quarter, and we are all tied up at 43, our third tie ball game of the night. A full timeout from Coach Whitmire and the Warriors. We're back right after this on Tube 10.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
Warrior Dome, Andy Manus and Wes Cisco all tied up here in the fourth quarter, 43-43, the Seminoles and the Warriors. And right before that timeout, Cullen Felkins got double-teamed in the backcourt, got trapped right at the free throw line, and didn't have anywhere to go, and he had to call a timeout. So that's where we're at right now. Warriors come out of the timeout with possession, and it'll be Tanner Rowell who's taking it out right now.
That was a good timeout there by Falcons, because right now with the momentum going Osceola's way at that moment, they did not need a turnover.
Feltz will drive around the defender into traffic, miss the underhanded layup. Offensive rebound goes right back to Tanner Rowell, and the Warriors will take a 2-point lead once again. Seminoles into the front court. Michael Carruthers sets up for three, and he has not missed very many of those tonight. Rebound goes to Feltz. Feltz double-teamed in the backcourt, trying to find a way to push it ahead. Gets it ahead to Felkins at the timeline, and a foul is going to be called on, I don't know if that is Michael Carruthers, and Carruthers picks up his second of the night. 16th foul on the Seminoles, so one more will put the Warriors at the free throw line. Inbound pass goes to Cullen Felkins. He gives it to Feltz.
This Warrior team, for being so young, they're going to be dangerous come into the year.
Avery Feltz trying to get around the defender. Darrell Brown staying on him. Rowell feeds it to Schwartz. Schwartz has his shot blocked. They feed it ahead, 2-on-2 in the front court.
That's going to be a blocking foul.
And Darrell Brown puts up a shot, and a blocking foul is called on the Warriors, and that'll go up against, I believe, J.T. Schwartz. No, make that Avery Feltz, picking up his third personal foul of the night. Mop up some of the perspiration on the floor here. 15th foul for the Warriors here in the second half, as Darrell Brown is at the free throw line for the second time tonight. He's 1 for 2 on his previous trip with, I believe he's got 11 points in tonight's ball game.
Yes. Feltz just tried to body up to try to take the charge, and Bissell saw it and called the blocking foul.
And Brown will hit his first free throw on this trip to the charity stripe. Makes it a 1-point ball game once again. Back and forth here in this fourth quarter, really this second half. Second free throw off the mark. Quickly into the front court, the Warriors push it ahead. Now in the lane, shot no good. Rebound goes to Michael Carruthers. Carruthers pushes it ahead for Brown. Touch pass in the lane for Stevenson. Stevenson will go to the free throw line after finishing up the fast break. And he's got a chance to not only get an and one here, but he's got a chance to extend this lead now. Back to a 2-point ball game. And he does. And we're going to get a foul immediately on the inbound there.
On Brown, he pushed off on the player, so it's going to be a 1-and-1 there.
And that is the fourth personal foul on him. 7th team foul, as Wes just mentioned, that it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity now for the Warriors. And they're going to have to get Darrell Brown out of the game. He's got 12 points, one of their leading scorers on the night. He'll come and have a seat on the bench for a moment. Vandy James checking into the game for him.
He got away with a couple of those pushes beforehand, and that time the official said, okay, I've seen enough of them, I'm going to call it.
Phelps at the free throw line will hit his first one. He's now got 13 points in the ball game. And the second one will fall as well. And the score right now on the scoreboard reads 47-47. It should read, if I'm not mistaken, 48-48.
I've got 47-47 on my tally sheet.
I'll have to check on that momentarily. Here is a foul is called against Westside.
That's his fourth.
His fourth. Team's 7.
So Osceola, now everybody's in bonus.
Number 50, Stevion Fowler to the line. For the Seminoles for 2 shots.
Fowler hits to the free throw line.
He's 1 for 3 so far tonight.
He does have 7 points, the big man for the Seminoles. Fowler too strong on the 1-and-1 opportunity. Westside gets the rebound, all knotted up at 47 here. 5:34 left to play. Felkins with it, gives it to Phelps at center circle. He's guarded by Stevenson behind his back. He'll give it over here to Felkins. 5:19 left to play here in the ball game. Deep three-point shot on the way, off the mark, offensive rebound. Putback is good.
Rao there with a nice offensive board and putback for the Warriors to get them the 2-point lead back.
And he's got 6 points in tonight's ball game. 8 lead changes, 4 tie ball games tonight.
We can see why the game at Osceola now went at the last second shot.
So the Warriors leading by 2 here, 49-47. With 4:54 left to play here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout with them, and we'll be right back after this.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Go back here with you. Seminoles had to take a timeout as they have kind of let the second half get away from them just a little bit. They're definitely still hanging in there. They only trail by 2 at the moment, 49-47. But you think about how they started this basketball game. They went into the locker room at halftime, leading 34-30. They turn around and surrender the lead to the Warriors, trailing by at the end of the third, 43-39. And now they find themselves trailing by 2, trying to get back in this one. They got possession of the ball right now.
Yeah, it's just been a back and forth ball game. Great ball game, great atmosphere. This is Northeast Arkansas basketball at its finest.
Absolutely. Stevenson at the top of the key will leave it with Carruthers. Carruthers now will work it back around to Stevenson. Wide open three-point look. From the elbow, nothing but net for Griffin Dinkins. Dinkins with 7 points here in the ball game, and the Seminoles take a 1-point lead once again here in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of time left, plenty of timeouts for everybody.
Felkins has his pass stolen away. Wide open look here for Stevenson, and he finishes the finger roll, and they extend the lead back to 4. Excuse me, back to 3 rather.
And that was Fowler, Stevion Fowler.
Take another look here at the replay. There's the spin move from Felkins and a big time block there from Fowler. Nearly sent that one back to the locker room. Under 4 minutes left to play in the ball game. Inbound pass nearly stolen away. Volleyball tipped up in the air.
Nice
saved
play.
From going out of bounds. 3-point shot off the mark, but an offensive rebound. And a foul. Unbelievable.
What a play by Avery Phelps. to come up and put that up like a volleyball play. I don't think I've seen that ever all my years of doing
that was
anything with basketball.
Absolutely unbelievable. The foul called on Griffin Dinkins sets his third as Rowell will hit his first free throw on this trip. First time to the line tonight. But that absolutely was an incredible play by Avery Phelps. Got to credit him with the hustle. 1 point ball game now, 52-51, 3:44 left to play. Stevenson double teamed on the near sideline. Gets it over to the top of the key. Now they work it back to the corner. And now here's Brown with it again. He's back in the game with 4 fouls. Nice feed off down low. Baseline shot no good. Tipped in no good. And another offensive board for Stevion Fowler and another trip back to the free throw line for Fowler. Great hustle underneath the board from the Seminoles. Nothing but gold jerseys underneath the rim here. And he was fouled from behind there by Avery Phelps. Phelps picking up his 4th foul. And Schwartz getting ready to check in, as is, I believe, Dinkins, as Fowler misses his first free throw on this trip. Not having much success at the free throw line tonight, Wes. He's only hit 1 of, I believe, 5. Trying to make it a 2-point ball game. And he's off the mark, but an offensive rebound for Brown. And Brown is going to get called for an offensive foul, and that is going to be his 5th. He gets called for an elbow on the far sideline, and he will have a seat. Ninth team foul on the Seminoles. The fans here from Osceola cannot believe it. So Darryl Brown trying to catch a little bit of room over there after getting that missed free throw. Going to get called for an offensive foul here, and the Warriors now trailing by 1 get a chance to take the lead. 3:15 remaining here in tonight's ball game. Riley Felkins from the left elbow will give it to Avery Phelps. Top of the key now for Schwartz. Schwartz guarded by Fowler. Pass nearly stolen. It is stolen. Michael Carruthers goes strong to the rack with Schwartz trailing and finishes. 3-point ball game.
Nice job there on the Seminoles defense.
Carruthers comes up with another steal. Feeds it ahead to Dinkins. Dinkins has the pass tipped. And now a loose ball. The Warriors come up with it. Here comes Avery Phelps. Phelps crisscrossing the lane. Can't hit the layup. The Seminoles come up with a rebound, and I don't know if they didn't call a jump ball. That'll be a foul.
That's going to be a foul on Rowell.
Rowell picks up his 2nd personal foul, but that's the 9th team foul on the Warriors. So that will put the Seminoles at the free throw line here with 2:33 remaining in the ball game. So Stevion Fowler at the free throw line. Again, he has not had much success, Wes, only hitting 1 free throw so far tonight. Trying to extend the Seminole lead. And it goes in and out. Unbelievable. Warriors come up with a rebound. Here's Riley Felkins. Seminole fans getting into it, and underneath the basket, Riley Felkins will finish. 12 points in the ball game for him, and it's a 1-point ball game between these two teams. Stevenson driving into the lane. Shot no good, and a push is going to go against Westside.
No, it's going to go against Osceola.
Oh, beg your pardon.
That's going to be on
Stevion Fowler, his first of the night, but that will more importantly put the Westside Warriors at the free throw line. And Coach Gaither is letting James Bickham have it right now.
Number 35, Cullen Felkins to the line with 2 shots.
Cullen Felkins at the free throw line. Hits his first one to tie it back up. 54-54.
And they are in double bonus now.
Second one on the way, and once again the Westside Warriors have a 1-point lead here in the second half. 55-54, getting down to crunch time. 2:10 left to play in the ball game. Stevenson drives, hits the right-handed shot, good.
Felkins just let him go right by him.
7 points in the corner here for Jonathan Stevenson. That's all of his points in the ball game. Avery Felts working against Dinkins. We'll leave it with Cullen Felkins. Felkins trying to give it to Felts on the handoff, and he gives it to Rowell instead. Now Felts from the wing trying to drive against Carruthers. Michael Carruthers, the lanky defender, he's having a hard time getting around him. In the corner, Riley Felkins working against Dinkins. Dinkins gets caught by a screen. Felkins drives at the top of the key. Turns around for Cullen Felkins. Three-point shot, no good. Battling for the rebound. Last touch by Schwartz. Oh, he changed his mind.
No, he pointed the wrong direction. He said white and pointed blue. Then he come back and pointed back to blue.
We'll take another look at the replay here.
It was off of Stevie Fowler.
Fowler
right there.
last touched it. Off the left hand of Fowler, you saw in the replay there, and we're going to get a timeout called by the Westside Warriors. It is a full timeout, so we're going to take one with them. Getting down to crunch time, folks. 1:23 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's a one-point ball game, 56-55. The Seminoles lead the Westside Warriors.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit RitterBusiness.com today.
Cisco back here with you at the Warrior Dome, where it is getting down to the nitty-gritty. 56-55 as you take a look at the last play before that timeout. The ball goes off of Stevion Fowler, and the Warriors will have it right underneath their own basket, trailing by one.
If you look, Stevion Fowler's hand was just above the Westside player, and he's the one with the last tip.
Warrior basketball.
The Warriors set to take it out with 1:23 left. Again, trailing by one. Feed it just in front of the timeline to Cullen Felkins. He'll hand it off to Avery Felts, who's guarded by Stevenson. Working to his left. Felts will get it back. He nearly hit Stevenson in the face with the ball. He pulls up at the free throw line and hits it. Nothing but net. Felts puts the Warriors back on top by one.
1 minute left to go, and it's going to be a heck of a 1 minute.
57-56. Stevenson working off the screen. The free throw line, picks up his dribble.
Oh, he almost traveled. He got rid of the ball right on time. Coach Whitmire wanted to trap. No, that's a good call. That's a good call.
A blocking
Did
foul.
not let him come back down, but it should be, I believe that's going to be on the floor.
Blocking foul called on Cullen Felkins, his third of the night. Got to credit the feed
it's going to
inside.
Be on the floor.
Look at the replay
because
here.
right there, that is on the floor. That is a good call.
So 2 shots coming up here from Noah Smith. What a feed on the inside there, though, from, I believe that it was either Stevenson or Dinkins who threw it in there, but either way, what a great feed for Smith. And now he's at the free throw line, hits his first one, and ties it back up. All knotted up at 57. 44 seconds left to play in the ball game. 1 point lead for the Osceola Seminoles. Noah Smith with 4 points in the ball game. The Warriors got 40 seconds left to work with, trailing by one. Felts double teamed on the near sideline, gives it up to Rowell, and now Cullen Felkins will give it back to Felts near the timeline. Nearly stolen, fed on the baseline. Baseline pass to Schwartz. Schwartz off the high glass, good, and the Warriors with a 1 point lead.
Nice ball movement by the Warriors that time.
59-58, 20 seconds left. Stevenson drives, feeds it to Smith. Smith weighs it in, and the Seminoles take the lead.
13 seconds left.
Felts into the front court, double teamed on the near sideline. 9 seconds left, pass stolen, and the Seminoles are going to go to the free throw line. The Warriors had to foul him, and Dinkins comes up with the steal. 7 seconds left to play, and here come the chants from the Osceola Seminoles.
That's going to be Cullen Felkins' 5th personal foul.
So Falcons will have a seat. There you take a look at the last couple of possessions there for both the Warriors and the Seminoles. That nice little tip in there from Noah Smith. 7 seconds left, still a one-possession ball game. Griffin Dinkins is going to need to sink both of these to make it a three-point ball game.
Westside called his last timeout, Andy.
60-59, and we will take one with them. A one-point ball game here at the Warrior Dome, folks. Don't touch that dial.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
And West Cisco here with you tonight in the Warrior Dome, 60-59. By the way, if you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast and you would like to be a part of our future broadcast, you can see your business name right there. Just give us a shout over at tubetown@rittermail.com and let us know that you would like to be a sponsor of some of the great prep sports that we put on here on Tubetown. Of course, they're all live and they're all on the NFHS network, so you're going to get tons and tons of play, let me guarantee you that. 7 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Seminoles trying to put this one on ice, but 2 free throws will make it a three-point ball game. Still 7 seconds left to go. They're 1 free throw away from doing it. Dinkins hitting his first of the night. He's got to hit one more, and then the Warriors have got 7 seconds left to try to tie it. Dinkins hits his second.
That's big right there because right now it'll be under 5, and Westside does not have any timeouts remaining.
Got to shoot a three. Phelps leaning away, misses it. Smith comes down with the rebound, and the Seminoles will come into the Warrior Dome and take down Coach Mark Whitmire and the Westside Warriors. Your final score, 62-59, and again, that is the the fourth game in a row now that the Westside Warriors have lost. All 4 of them have come by a margin of 3 points or less. We're going to take a quick break and tally up some stats for you this evening while the two teams shake hands, and we'll be right back with a post-game show here on Tubetown. Again, your final score, 62-59, the Seminoles over the Warriors.
We are more than daily transactions. We are more than checks and debit cards. We are more than farmland. For the people of Poinsett County, we are more than just a bank. At First Delta Bank, we see the world through the eyes of our customers because we know that our customers are our most valuable investment. We are proud of who we are and want to earn your banking business. We are First Delta Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit ritterbusiness.com today.
911. 911. What's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to rittercommunications.com.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 50 megabit internet might be like 50 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Farmers Bank and Trust offers instant image debit cards. Showcase your school spirit, your grandkids, your pet, or your favorite sport. Walk in, open an account, and walk out of the bank with an instant image debit card ready to use. Finally, a debit card as unique as you from Farmers Bank and Trust. Traditional banking at its best. Farmers Bank and Trust, with locations in Blytheville, Gosnell, and Manila. Member FDIC.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 50 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
This guy run in the open field, and nobody's going to catch him. Buda Baker, 70 yards to the house. Bellevue on top first.
We welcome you back to the Warrior Dome on this Friday night. Andy Manus and Wes Cisco here with you. We're a final score 62-59. The Osceola Seminoles outlast the Westside Warriors on their home floor. They, Wes, I can't even find the words to sum up tonight's game. It was one of the best ways that we could, kick off this 2017 high school basketball season.
Well, it was a wonderful game, Andy. Just back and forth all night long. And I tell you what, in my opinion, the big stat for the night is the fourth quarter when Osceola went hit for 23 points in the final 8 minutes to come back and win by 3.
Yeah, just absolutely incredible. And I was trying to count just a minute ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11 lead changes for the night and 6 tie ball games throughout the evening. So that shows you how back and forth this was. Osceola led 21-16 after the first quarter. They led 34-30 after the first half, and then relinquished the lead to the Warriors in the third quarter, 43-39, and come back, as you said, score 23 points in the final 8 minutes to win this one 62-59. And we'll take a look at the stats for tonight. The Seminoles were led in scoring by Michael Carruthers, 16 points for him, and he's a big part of the reason that you see 20 shots made on the floor tonight, a pretty good field goal percentage from them, and then they hit 4 3-pointers as well, and Michael Carruthers has got 2 of those.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Carruthers was not in the starting lineup for the Seminoles.
That's correct.
So all of that is off the bench.
So Coach Gaither definitely an asset there, having him, able to come in with fresh legs at any time and score that many points. 20 for 36 from the floor were the Seminoles, and again 4 for 12 from behind the three-point line, 10 for 18 from the free throw line. They managed to get to the free throw line a lot in the second half compared to that first half. They were only 3 for 4 after the first 2 quarters, and now again they finished 10 for 18. And then they took a little bit better care of the basketball than the Warriors did. You see just I should say +3 in that department, 11 turnovers compared to the Warriors' 14. But they did find themselves in a little bit of foul trouble. I mean, they had Darryl Brown, who fouled out of the game, had Stevenson, who had 3 fouls, and a couple other players who had 3 fouls. So they didn't let that beat them tonight, though. Honestly, I think it might have been the Warriors that beat themselves. You take a look at what I think is a very important stat on the screen. Look at their three-point percentage, 3 for 18. They chucked up 18 three-point shots tonight, only hit 3 of them.
And that is 16%, Andy. And, you can hit good everywhere else, but like what we were talking about at halftime and what they did in the third quarter to take the lead was the dribble penetration, the dribble drives, and then they shot themselves out with the three-point ball.
Yeah, they really did. And you talked about it throughout the course of the game, the youth of this team. That's something that I don't think that you'll see them continue to do into the future. This is the team who's still trying to figure out a way to finish games. We talked about it at the start of this game. Westside coming in on a 3-game losing streak. They lost their last 3 by a total of 8 points. Now they can say that they've lost their last 4 by a total of 11 points because, again, they drop another close one here tonight to the Seminoles.
And you've also got to give credit to the Seminoles. They are now 7-5, and they're now 7-0 in 3A, 4A District 4 competition. So they are stepping their game up when it comes to the district play.
That's right. They're beating teams like Brooklyn, Truman. They've had a game against Rivercrest. They beat them, and now they've knocked off Westside for twice this year already. So, and again, the final score of that first game was 72-69. We've just got a little lower score here tonight, 62-59. Again, the final score. So, again, we appreciate you joining us here tonight on Tubetown. And again, if you enjoyed the broadcast and think, hey, I would really like for my business to be a part of that, you've got an opportunity. You could sponsor one of the many things that we do here on Tubetown. Just give us a shout over at tubetown@rittermail.com. All kinds of things for you to sponsor. Of course, we want to give a big shout out to our main sponsor, First Delta Bank.
And also, folks, we're just beginning. Next week, we got 2 great big ball games. First on Tuesday night, we are going to Mississippi County, where the Chickasaws of Blytheville is going to be host to West Swift's Golden Hurricane of Jonesboro. And then Friday night, we're going to Monette to that nice MAC, the Mustang Athletic Complex, where the new look Mustangs are going to be hosting the Earl Bulldogs.
That's right. And of course, we always love going to the MAC because they've got the best snacks. You know it. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap up our broadcast for this evening. Again, your final score, 62-59. The Seminoles getting out of the Warrior Dome with the win against Westside tonight. Big thanks to everyone who made tonight's game possible. A big shout out to our camera guys, Richard and Nathan. Shout out to the guys in the back, Anthony and Tyler. And of course, our executive producer, Marcus Carlton. For my color commentator, Wes Cisco, I'm Andy Manis saying so long from the Warrior Dome. Again, your final score, 62-59, Osceola over Westside. Good night, folks.